Fasten those seatbelts, baby. We're going to the LA Auto Show. Why? To learn what's hot and what's not. No better person to tell us about it than James Bell. James, welcome back.
Hey, Con.
James, what is it about the LA Auto Show that has such attention from GM to release some new, exciting things, and what have you done?
Well, it's really because the LA show is kind of on the rise, for one thing, and secondly, being the LA show, it's also really focused on fuel efficiency and getting the most out of every drop of gasoline and stuff like that. You know, it's got that kind of green California thing going for it, and it's the the kickoff of the auto show for 2012. So all those things together really makes it a pretty exciting show.
No doubt about it. We salute going green, even though I probably can't tell my shirt is kind of hinting green. But at any rate, share with us what GM is releasing there at the show.
Well, one of them is the car I'm standing right next to, which is the new Cadillac Xts. And this is a vehicle that's actually going to replace two vehicles in the Cadillac line, the STS and the DTS. And what it really is doing is, and this is a bit of a theme of the entire show to be fair, it's reestablishing the sedan as being the rational choice for many American families. Cadillac's already been known for great looking designs on the outside, very smooth, powerful experiences. I mean, this is a 300 horsepower V6, all-wheel drive, so it's going to be a great car to drive. But what's exciting about this car, and I think it's another place where it makes the LA Auto Show very special, is that this is where we're going to be introduced to the Cadillac Q System, or Cadillac User Experience. And what it is, it's the first time, I believe, and we're all going to remember the LA show for this, and Cadillac, that we're getting an interior that the control systems are very similar to iPads. In fact, I'm predicting that in the future, there won't be many dials or buttons on any dashboard of any car. It's all going to be reconfigurable, touchscreen, touch-sensitive, like iPad-type products, like I'm saying, to give you the control of the vehicle. And with this new Cadillac Q system, Cadillac is really reestablishing itself as a standard of the world, as being the first to the market. And you'll remember the LA Auto Show for this technology.
Well, one thing's for sure, James, that car you're standing by looks awesome. But now let's get to practicality for some of us. What's a good family car out there?
Well, I think it's twofold. We're seeing a lot of cars that are much smaller, much more rational choices for many American families, as I mentioned. We've had a couple SUVs been introduced here, but they're the small ones, the CR-V, the Ford Escape, a lot of cars. You got the new Hyundai Azera, and more importantly, the Chevrolet Spark, which is a completely new place for Chevrolet. It's a A-class car, a very small car, not much bigger than the little smart car you might have seen running around, but it holds 4 passengers, much safer. It's a whole new space for General Motors and for the domestic car industry. So I think you're not just seeing new technologies and new hybrids in that, but just a general downsizing of vehicles in general, which I think it's a much smarter place for many American families to sit.
Well, James, that's certainly great to hear, but I'm just wondering, that car still has my attention you're standing next to. What kind of gas mileage does it get?
Well, we haven't announced fuel economy on the XTS yet, but expect it to be very similar to, say, like the Buick LaCrosse, which is a full-size 5-passenger car, tons of room in the back. I would expect this will come in probably in the low 30s, maybe high 20s highway mileage.
Well, James, I certainly look forward to that, and more importantly, I look forward to test driving that Cadillac. But what can we look forward to in the line of electric cars?
Yeah, well, I think you're just going to see electrification at many different levels. I mean, you're going to have vehicles like the Volt, like you say, you plug in the first 30 miles you drive are basically gasoline free. You've got vehicles like the Nissan Leaf that don't even know what a gas station is for. And then other vehicles like the new Buick LaCrosse with e-assist, or the Regal with e-assist, which is what we normally call a mild hybrid. But I think you're really going to see just, there'll be very few vehicles in the near future that don't have some degree of electrification. It's not going to be a Toyota Prius type hybrid necessarily, but there's going to be electrification in there that's going to help you not only conserve fuel, but also make cars a lot more fun. Because don't forget, electric power means a lot of torque, and torque is what we all love when the light turns green.
Well, James, you've been a great resource, but where can we go to learn even more about these cars?
Oh, that's an easy one. Just go to gm.com. We've got a link on there that has all the stuff from the LA Auto Show, and the new Cadillac Xts will be available early next year.
Well, first and foremost, James, thanks for your wonderful knowledge and your passion for cars. We've had a great adventure together, and safe driving.
My pleasure, Con. Thank you.
Next year, we're coming to you live from the LA Auto Show. Oh, that looked like one cool show, and maybe I'll get to drive the Cadillac around the show. Beep, beep. Get out of my way. It's showtime, baby. At any rate, we love keeping you in the know. We got plenty more when we come back. Thank you so much for watching. Are you tired of negative news? We are.
And that's why we're creating a movement.
By keeping it real.
With what you need to know.
It's more than what's happening.
It's bringing hope back to our lives.
So go to contv.com and join our movement.